Привет. I'm Chuck Olinik. I'm a Ukrainian-American who was baptized with the name Yaroslav, which is conveniently the name I use in the historical reenactment group, the Society for Creative Anachronism. And I was brought up in a Ukrainian household, hey, because I was baptized with a name like Yaroslav. So I used to be a history teacher, and since I got out of the classroom, I decided to, one, get to further explore my medieval stuff and Slavic stuff, but also, various history topics, and to transform this information into videos, which I'm putting up on my YouTube channel. One of the things that I thought would be interesting, besides telling folk tales and speaking about the mythology of Eastern Europe, would be to get into the folk wisdom of the people, like Proverbs. So I've been wading through hundreds of Ukrainian and Russian proverbs and proverbs from other Eastern European countries. And what I actually plan to do is just kind of peppering my speech more at society events using the folk wisdom. So I figured I would share some. So here's, with all the different proverbs I had to wade through, and I had to start putting them into categories and realize there were a bunch of them about animals. So let's just start with dogs. You needn't be afraid of a barking dog, but you should be afraid of a silent one. And there's one that's pretty similar. Beware of a quiet dog in still waters. Don't bark like a dog. Okay, that one's pretty obvious. Let dogs bark. The wind bears their barking away. One cannot wash the black dog all the way to whiteness. Kind of like the leopard changing spots. For a mad dog, 7 versts is not a long detour. Even a cat appreciates kind words. Without a cat, mice feel free. The cat will eventually get a downpour of mice's tears, which means the bully gets his due. The cat knows whose meat it has eaten, meaning the guilty betray themselves. All cats are gray at midnight. I'm sure every culture probably has something like that. And instead of buying a pig in a poke, the Slavs talk about buying a cat in a sack. Chickens get their own proverbs. Chickens are counted in the autumn. Eggs cannot teach a hen. The chicken pecks at 1 grain at a time, but is sated. Only a chicken rakes stuff away from itself. Let's get to some other barnyard animals. Seat a pig at a table, and she'll put her legs up on the table. A pig will find mud anywhere. A goose is not a pig's friend. This one's like the opposite of birds of a feather. All right? Translates to, I despise you, and the appropriate answer is, well, I'll fly away. If you're going to play a dirty trick on someone, you plant a pig on them. And it gets us over to cows. The malicious cow disturbs the entire herd. And the affectionate calf sucks udders of 2 cows. Other cows could moo, but yours better stay silent. Meaning, pots and kettles pointing at each other. And God does not give horns to a cow that likes to gore. And then there's my personal favorite, no matter how you pull and pull, you can't milk a bull. A horse has 4 legs, but still stumbles. The old horse won't spoil the furrow, but won't make a new one either. Beware of the goat from its front, the horse from its backside, and the evil man from any side. The scabby sheep spoils the whole flock, which is basically the rotten apple spoils the barrel. Hardworking is a bee. Okay, busy as a bee, that's real familiar. The vixen resolved not to steal chicken. Moral: promises made to repeat offenders shouldn't be trusted. The bear dances, the trainer takes the money. Two bears don't live in one lair. Translation: this house, village, or town isn't big enough for both of us. There's a whole bunch of proverbs that relate to wolves. And, there's references like a wolf in a sheep's pelt. That ought to be easy to translate. The feet feed the wolf. It's a hunting animal. It's got to do its thing. A wolf won't eat a wolf. The hungry wolf is stronger than a satisfied dog. The wolves are sated and the sheep are intact, meaning everyone got what they wanted. To live with wolves, you have to howl like a wolf. However much, you feed the wolf, he still looks to the woods. Speak of the gray one, the wolf. The gray one will head your way. It's kind of like speak of the devil. Or it can be said of, hey, look who showed up. Right? The wolf spared the mare, leaving the tail and the mane. Make friends with the wolf, but keep your axe handy. Then there's my personal favorite about wolves, which my dad taught me, and which I taught my students when I was especially in a foul mood. When a wolf shows his teeth, he's not smiling. A bird may be known by its flight. Every sandpiper praises its own swamp. The feather of a falcon and the inside of a crow. A crow will never be a falcon. A spooked crow is afraid of a bush. A white crow, that's a black sheep of a family. There's one about nightingales. The nightingale can't be fed by fables. The first swallow doesn't make the spring come. The raven won't peck out the eye of another raven. Okay, and we have a couple about magpies. A magpie brought it on its tail. It means a little bird told me. And Yakov's magpie started chattering the same thing about anyone. Dude, you're repeating yourself. So, there's a bit of wisdom from Proverbs about animals. I hope you stick with me and check out more of the channel. Do побачення.